Hey guys, so this one is a little hard to talk about. It still feels a little fresh even though it's been years, but I lost $70,000 in one day through an options trading strategy. I talk about it in my book, the full details of it, but I remember the feeling. I had made money for a couple months, had really done very well, made about 20 grand. And then in one day, the market closed. I was actually in my medical scrubs when I was selling medical supplies outside a hospital. I had my laptop open and I realized I'd lost $70,000 in one day. And you can imagine the feelings of shame and disappointment and defeat. And I really learned some very valuable things. And I want to get into the secret that I learned from this, because I think everything in our life doesn't happen to us, it happens for us, right? So there was that for me moment that I got out of it. I want to share it with you. So we'll go over three things to learn from it, and a great quote here for you at the end. All right, so my name is Bronson Hill. I'm the CEO of Bronson Equity. We do properties such as multifamily real estate and other businesses that provide cash flow, appreciation, or tax benefits for investors just like you. These are just my opinions. I'm not giving you any specific financial advice. Okay, got that out. Awesome. So 70K loss, what happened? I shared a little bit of the details of it. Really what I learned from this was that I'm not a good options trader, right? And I'm okay saying that. You can't be great at everything, right? I may just be a very good looking man, but it doesn't mean I'm a great options trader, right? So I actually say that about being bald, right? You know, God made only so many perfect heads and he covered the rest with hair, right? So we all have our strengths, right? So there's certain things that we can do and certain things that we're good at and certain things we're not. And it's okay. So I want to talk to you for a minute why stock market gambling doesn't work. Now I was in options, just even trading stocks. Many people, maybe you as well, have a money person, you're heavily invested. If you look at your allocation, you could be 40, 50, 60, 70, 80% in stocks. And it's challenging because if you have somebody managing your money, 97% of the time, they are not going to beat the indexes. They're not going to beat the stock market, right? And so that's very difficult because they have fees that are in there, right? These fees are things like just things that they charge for doing it. Even if it's a low cost index fund, it's better, but it's still not as good. And so this is why stock market just has so much volatility. It's something over time that I think people realize, man, I'm just not going to become wealthy. If you have wealth, maybe you can maintain it, but you've got to weather a lot of volatility. I'm just not a fan of weathering volatility if you can find other ways to do it. So I shared that study with you about the 97% there. And then the secret, really, I found, this is the biggest secret, is to find out what you have an edge in. And what I mean by that is find out what you're good at. Now, my edge, my advantage, my competitive, durable advantage, my moat, my amazing ability, unique ability is not in trading options, right? That's something that I learned. But what I'm really good at is I'm really good at real estate deals. I'm really good at analyzing them. I'm really good at looking at cash flow, looking at buying businesses, which we're doing. I'm looking at helping investors. I'm looking at, doing informational content like this. So my edge really is I've found that I'm good at helping people to get where they want to go. I'm good at investing, I'm good at analyzing deals, and I want to do as much of those things as I can. If it's a quick, thing that really, I think the options trading can be great for some people. There's very few people that I know that make money consistently besides basic things like selling covered calls or an occasional option strategy. There's people that are really good at it, but there are some people, I would say probably 3% of people are really, really good at it, really good at stock trading. I know a few of them, but that's not my gift, right? I have other things I'm good at. So for you, find out what you're good at. Or maybe it's just that you have time for that you want to be spending your time, you want to be doing. If you're somebody who's retired, you don't want to be doing options and stocks and real estate all the time, then find a group like ours or another group that can help. Basically, you vet them, you vet the opportunities, and you invest passively, right? So then you're getting paid for someone else's work. And that's where the idea of Mailbox Money, which is the name of my podcast, really comes in, as we talk about those topics, right? How do you actually grow your wealth without taking up more of your time? Warren Buffett talks about making your money while you sleep. That's a huge edge. That's a huge advantage. So if you have money, just even that, let's say you have a net worth of north of 2 million. We have a mastermind here called the Wealth Forum. And basically we just talk, we get investors together and we talk about what does it look like? What are deals that make sense? What's tax strategy look like? What are the asset protection things that we should be doing? What are the legacy things we should be teaching our kids? And we get together and we're able to share that, right? So it helps us to really maximize the advantage that we have there. So I think those are the best things. The reason I love alternative assets, and I have this study I'll share with you here, it basically shows from KKR, which is a private equity group, it shows that the returns are about 2x, right? So if you look at from 2000 to 2020 over a 20-year period, they averaged, private equity investments averaged 13.2%. And this is could be real estate, private equity, it could be other private equity deals. We've done some private equity stuff, buying businesses and things to help give investors access to that. But it was only 6.6% for the stock market during those same 20-year periods, right? This is the world stock index. So it's basically about a 2x. It was basically 2x the returns investing in some sort of private equity deals. So that's why we like it. So anyway, just want to encourage you to look at alternatives, look at what your edge is. And again, it may be different for different people. When I didn't have any resources, what I was doing is looking, how can I help other people to invest? How can I create educational content like this and other things to be able to get them to where they want to go, right? So trying to help solve other people's problems. And that was really helpful. So recommend that for you. I want this quote for you that I wanted to share. Again, Warren Buffett, I'm a big Buffett fan. And it says, the stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient, right? So the stock market, it's harder to win. It's not that you can't win, but it's harder to win as a smaller investor. It's not that I don't do things in stocks. I still do some things in stocks, and it makes sense for me, when it works for me. But in general, alternative assets tend to work much better. Real assets, as we like to call them, are much better. So if you haven't heard about our investment club, the Bronson Equity Investment Club, we're helping people just like you to get cash flow, appreciation, and tax benefits through private equity real estate deals or business deals or things like this. And so we'd love for you to check it out. It's in the link below. You can go to BronsonEquity.com, join our club. We'll start a relationship with you, have a call with you, find out what your goals are. Any way we can help you on your journey, we'd love to do that. So we exist to really help provide education and investing opportunities for investors. Love to hear in the comments below what you are doing to really maximize your edge, or really what is your edge. And if you don't know what your edge is, I encourage you to take some time, ask the people around you, hey, what am I really good at? And what could I use in my investing? Even get ChatGPT involved. Start using ChatGPT as like a consultant, right? Hey, I've got these skills, here's my personality test, here's different things. What do you think I should be doing? And it's amazing the things that will come out. So check that out. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.